Thank you, Dave. 13 News. Time now is 8:09, and it is Monday. We are talking tech. Our tech expert, Andy Taylor, talking about previewing a documentary about a controversial 90s video game was created right here in Tucson.
You're watching 13 News on Fox 11.
It is Monday, so as always, we are talking tech.
Our tech expert, Andy Taylor, talks to one of the directors of a new documentary about a controversial video game created right here in Tucson.
Back to the mid to late 90s, there were a lot of computers making their way into households. Whether people were bringing work from home to do, starting a business, maybe even schoolwork, a lot of us were playing video games. And in 1997, there were some video games coming out that caused concern with many legislators and parents about the over-the-top violence in video games. There were games that I liked playing, like Carmageddon, or even Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Auto, a lot different than it looks now, and one that created a lot of controversy, the game Postal, from a company called Running with Scissors, based in Tucson, Arizona. Vince Desi and Michael J. put together this game, which featured over-the-top violence, some strange characters and storylines, and again, that was a big game in 1997. Then, of course, you had Postal 2, the sequel that came out, and had a lot of people clamoring for the continuing story. And then Postal 4, scheduled to come out a few years ago. Well, there were some filmmakers that 5 years back decided that they wanted to do a documentary. They met at the University of Arizona while they were students there, Salle and Jason Sikorsky, and they ended up putting together a documentary called Going Postal, The Legacy Foretold. It is now available on Blu-ray as well as Amazon and Apple. They screened this at the 2025 Phoenix International Film Festival, and people seemed to really love it. They had a sold-out crowd, and again, features the characters. But I got a chance to talk with Salle, one of the co-directors, about what it was like putting this together and to have it coincide with the release of Postal 4.
But it was a lot of fun. I mean, we made best friends with Mike and Vince, who are the craziest game developers you'll ever meet. And that makes a really great documentary just because they're these two underdogs in the industry that have had a lot of trials and tribulations over the course of 25 years. And we had just started when Postal 4 was really being developed. So we were kind of planning like, oh, Postal 4 is going to come out. It's going to be this like grand success. And we're going to have like a full circle moment where Postal 4 is finally like their triumph, right? And then 2022 comes out and it's the worst game of 2022. But it actually ended up working out because it's really this two story of these two underdogs that really tell the tale. It's not just the story of Postal, but a story of these two guys who overcome a lot of odds, which they probably shouldn't have.
Well, Rick Hunter, one of our locals here in Tucson, was the voice of the Postal dude. John St. John, who was also a character voice of Duke Nukem, a game that was also chastised for its over-the-top violence, said for them to make a documentary about a video game, it's got to be either great, really bad, or in the case of Postal, totally messed up. You can find the documentary at goingpostaldoc.com. And right now, Running with Scissors is working on Postal 2, a redo, but this time you'll strap on a virtual headset and be able to play it in VR. I might just go fire up the original Postal if I can find a Windows 95 computer to run it on. I'm Andy Taylor. You can find out more at techtalkradio.com.